Good day, beautiful day everybody. Welcome back to the Cars924 YouTube channel. My name is Kudzai and welcome back to a brand new episode. I know it has been some time without any sort of content that hasn't been published across all Cars924 social media platforms, but don't worry, an explanation will be coming in the not too distant future with its very own episode. To be exact, the next episode I'll be explaining as to why there hasn't been any sort of content across all Cars924 social media platforms. Again, this guy. And yes, here we are, the first episode of the year. We actually get to take this opportunity to discuss what an amazing year 2023 was, filled with so many automotive experiences, brand new beginnings, travels, and obviously the cars. So without any further ado, let's actually jump into it and discuss it all. Ah yes, and where do we even begin? We had so many amazing automotive experiences that I think I could basically spend the whole entire day discussing them with you guys. But I think one of them that really did stick out to me, obviously at the beginning of the year, was actually spending the night with the Chase is a Race team. Yes, the Chase is a Race team was actually established, I think, during the course of last 2022 December, where we're actually still deciding on what the name of the brand will be. And then 2023 was actually when we first established it by creating the YouTube channel and also the Instagram page. Not to go into too much detail, but let me just actually frame it for you guys. The cars that were present on that night. It was the BMW M140i, the Audi RS3 Quattro sedan, and then the BMW F80 M3, and then also the Audi S3 sedan. So those were all the members that are actually parts of the Chase is a Race team, and we had a fruitful night driving from Mall of Africa onto an undisclosed location. That was actually such an amazing fun ride. You know, all the guys cutting corners. Yeah, that was all done in Mexico, by the way, but we all did it safely. And let me tell you, that night was absolutely amazing, and a night that I definitely will not be forgetting anytime soon. Oh yes, let's actually talk about another highlight that I hold near and dear to my heart. A car that I've always loved from the very beginning, actually even before Cars924 was ever started. And this car just, you know, it brings out the smiles in me. It makes me so excited, and you know, just it creates such a theatrical noise. It's all-wheel drive, it's got 5 cylinders, it's got 1 turbo, it's got so much character. I think you've guessed it all, it's the Audi RS3. So last year on a private run to Hartbeespoort Dam, we were joined by so many cars, but one car that definitely stood out to me was the Audi RS3 sedan. You know, Lucky actually gave me a ride in the car, and I had an absolute blast. You know, everything that I had imagined the car to be, it actually did fulfill all those expectations that I had set for it. You know, things such as the performance, and even moving over to the sound, which is absolutely heavenly and theatrical, and it's such a symphony. The car was absolutely so amazing. We even actually got to drag race the BMW F80 M3 and beat it 3 times in a row. But obviously, I think if we had to do a proper fair race, I think we would all know who would come out first. So during the course of last year, we actually attended quite a lot of car events, but one that definitely did stick out to me was the BMW night event that was actually hosted at the BP petrol station. We absolutely shut it down. The cars that were present there were absolutely magical, from your E92 M3s to the M4s to the M2s to even the M Lights. Let me tell you, that was a turnout. The cars that were there were absolutely phenomenal to see. Some cars that you rarely ever get to see, and let me tell you, that was an automotive event I don't think I'll be forgetting anytime soon. Now, talking about automotive experiences that will definitely go down in history as one of my best moments here on Cars924 was actually being invited by Ford South Africa to Swartkorps Raceway and spending actually an entire day with them. Now, this was such an experience because I actually got an opportunity to take their vehicles such as the Ford Ranger, the Ford Everest, including the Ford EcoSport, through some of their paces. We took the Ford Ranger actually on a trail to actually get to explore its capabilities off-road, and then shortly after we took another Ford Ranger to test out its braking capabilities. And then lastly, we actually took a Ford Everest on the skid pad, including also another Ford Ranger to test out its grip levels and also its performing capabilities on the track. Now here on Cars924, I've actually done many projects, but this project that I did during the course of last year definitely tops all of them. We actually partnered up with NTF Digital, including Chases a Race as well, to create the first Zimbabwean automotive movie called Shift to Drive. Now, creating this movie definitely taught me a whole lot about content creation and also production, an opportunity for me as well to also mix it up with my love and passion for cars. Shift to Drive was definitely such an amazing success, and I would like to thank all of you guys for supporting the movie as well as supporting the automotive merch that came along with it. Thank you all so much as well for following the Shift to Drive Instagram page, and don't worry because Shift to Drive 2 will be coming out soon on your screen near you. You know, in the year 2023, I definitely did shock myself with a lot of things. I actually got to uncover many things that I never thought I could possibly do. And one of them was actually going to the go-karting circuit there by Kailami, close to basically in Mall of Africa. And I actually noticed that I'm a really good go-karting driver, and at that very night I actually won first place with the fastest time, and obviously on pole position, number 1. Why do I feel like Max Verstappen or Lewis Hamilton? This is crazy, but let me tell you what an amazing night I spent with the boys at Chases a Race, where we actually got the opportunity to actually go out on the track with some go-karts and fully enjoy ourselves. And me, you know, not even expecting to come out first place. And I'm definitely looking forward to more of the go-karting sessions. And don't worry, more of that go-karting content will be coming out during the course of this year. So stay tuned. The next one I think definitely has to be my favorite moment of 2023 and the greatest automotive adventure that I got to experience during the course of last year of 2023 was when my friend and I, Karabo, jumped in his BMW F80 M3 and made our own road trip from Johannesburg to Ballito. That was such a cool experience because we started out the journey from I think we left at night, around about 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and got to Belito, I think just after midnight, or actually even just before midnight, but that was actually such an amazing ride. And then in the very next morning, we actually got to experience a little bit of Belito by, traveling the roads and also actually experiencing the beach as well at the same time. So definitely an automotive experience that I will not be talking about. Cars that have definitely made an appearance and a statement and their own very mark here on the Cars924 YouTube channel is definitely Karabo with his BMW F80 M3. So during the course of last year, he actually modified his exhaust and amplified the car so loud that it became completely antisocial, and definitely still till this day remains the loudest BMW F80 M3 I've ever heard and also experienced as well. So I got an opportunity to actually go for a ride in it, and the noise was just theatrical. I've never experienced anything so loud in my life, especially with the car. Now, also something very cool and new that I've never done before was actually doing a podcast, and that's something that I thoroughly enjoyed during the course of last year when we had just started Chases a Race. Chases a Race came along with so many memories that we actually got to create and so much influence that we actually shared upon you guys that I'm sure you guys thoroughly enjoy. We actually got to do our own private runs during the day and also the night, where we went to Hartepeesport Dam, and then the second one was when we actually got to do our own run to Kota Joe, and then from Kota Joe to an undisclosed location. We even got the opportunity to actually film and also interview some of the most influential people within the automotive industry, and actually even getting to experience some of their cars, like even Jono with his BMW M140i, Lucky with his Audi RS3 Quattro Sportback, Karabo with his BMW F80 M3, and so many other people that actually got to be a part of this podcast. And I'd like to thank all of you guys for being a part of it, and for all of you guys for showing your support as well. Talking about other automotive new beginnings that I actually got to start this year apart from Chases a Race was obviously also starting my other second YouTube channel called Cars924 SV. Now, the Cars924 SV is a peculiar chapter that I definitely started last year, and quite excited as well to experience and create a little bit more of in terms of content creation. And I'd like to thank all of you for supporting it as well. At the same time, we grew quite astronomically, although we didn't get to fully, create as much content as we had planned. But during the course of this year, definitely get to expect and see a lot more content appearing on that channel as well. Now, what could be bigger in terms of automotive experiences? I don't think anything could top all those experiences that I've talked to you about in the recent past minutes. Nothing really comes to mind. Oh yes, how could I forget being a part of the biggest automotive event in Africa of the year, called SA Festival of Motoring, held at the Kyalami Grand Prix Racing Circuit. We were proudly sponsored by Westbank and actually got the opportunity to give away 2 free tickets, general access to the SA Festival of Motoring. That was such an amazing experience, getting to see a multi-diverse amount of vehicles, some on the track and then some also on display as well. So as well as during the course of last year in 2023, we got to attend an automotive event held by the M3540 Club, a drag racing event at Extreme Raceway. Us as Chases a Race as a team crashed by and managed to actually get through some drag races in, and let me tell you what a wonderful experience that was. So this was a wonderful experience for me because I actually got to drag race an Audi RS3 myself against a Golf 7 GTI, and obviously I came out on top. I won. But let me tell you, thank you so much to the owner for letting me drive the car, Lucky from Chases a Race, with these Audi RS3 Quattro sedan. And yeah, honestly, I'm not going to be forgetting that one anytime soon as well. Now, onto our last automotive experience that I definitely will not be forgetting anytime soon, which I actually briefly got to experience in the previous talk which I was speaking about, where I got to experience the Audi RS3, was I actually got to experience another Audi RS3 with my friend Kudzai in his Audi RS3 Quattro Sportback, the Nardo Grey one. That was actually something so phenomenal that it was actually a lot more fun because I actually got to experience the car on road instead of on track, like with the blue Audi RS3 Quattro sedan, and getting to explore its dynamic capabilities, something that I've definitely been wanting to experience for quite some time now. And thank you so much to the owner, I really do appreciate it. And wow, that was a car, one of my favorite cars that I've definitely driven. And we have come to the end thank you so much for an amazing year in 2023. Thank you so much for all your support that you've shown generously across all Cars924 social media platforms. Thank you for supporting the merch, and thank you for supporting all our other affiliates here on Cars924. It definitely has been a wonderful year, and a wonderful year that I definitely will not be forgetting anytime soon, and it will go down in books in history as one of the greatest. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope that 2024 will be an amazing year, that we definitely will be creating a large amount of content. It definitely was an eventful year filled with so many memories that I definitely won't be forgetting anytime soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.